Fright Night got another round of skins in 2024, so let's take a look at them. The legendary Veigar is mostly just fine. He has some genuinely fantastic voice work and some spectacular new animations. If you want to have a fun time, watch them in super slow motion and just enjoy the squash and stretch. It's clear to me though that they deliberately went for simplicity here, as Veigar is supposed to be an "Are you afraid of the dark" style scary campfire story demon accidentally summoned by luckless campers, so he's equal parts creepy and a little bit silly in the way that Veigar often has to be with his proportions. This all makes for technically solid character design, but it's also a little bit unspectacular. It feels like he's missing a big, striking, eye-catching feature that would really put him over the top as a must-have legendary skin. Pike, meanwhile, just kind of sucks, actually. I'm sorry, but this just doesn't work. He's supposed to be a creature from the Black Lagoon-style monster moonlighting as a demented pool lifeguard, and while the splash art looks good, in-game he's just kind of a mess. A big part of the problem is that the skin has no idea what to do with his shark jaw shoulder armor. It's an incredibly evocative part of his base design, but here it becomes just some red claws on his shoulder that don't do anything for his design and mostly just get in the way and make him harder to read. They seem to be there only out of obligation to the silhouette. The mostly monochrome color scheme struggles to communicate the fishman design concept, and his scaly skin texture can't make up the difference with that don't starve textured smiley oogie boogie cloak on his back, which why would a fishman even wear that? This skin is a cool idea in theory, but in practice it just doesn't work. Shaco, on the other hand, joins Fright Night as someone's Nightmare Before Christmas / Hell of a Boss crossover OC, and honestly, that kinda works for him. It's an approach that massively overloads his design with excessive detail, but the simple black and white and purple color scheme actually makes it pop by being very careful about choosing which bits to highlight. He looks credibly like an escaped reject from the workshop of Henry Selick, or like the main character of a popular webcomic you've never heard of that pulls 6 figures on Patreon. He has that personal OC with a professional budget charm about him, although Riot does not get to say ever again about preserving character silhouette after slapping that hat and those horns on Shaco's character model. Which leads us on to the stars, the crowning jewels of this year's Fright Night skins, which are Nunu and Willump. Oh my God, these two. They are a halfway mix of Little Nemo and Slumberland with a Kingdom Hearts Heartless. They are literally a boy and the monster under his bed, and that is just an absolutely perfect concept to execute with these two characters in particular. Using a glowing icy blue as the single color for this skin helps it really pop with powerful contrast, and that blue combined with a spiral inside Willump's mouth makes the ultimate look genuinely amazing and credibly kinda scary, actually. And Willump strikes that balance in general. He's creepy, but not malevolent or evil, and Nunu in his pajamas with his mommy's special boy bow tie has a ton of weirdo urchin energy. It makes sense that he's the kind of kid who would make a friend out of a monster. And then, of course, there's the bed on Willump's back with a plushie of his base skin that Nunu sleeps with, which, come on, how could you not be charmed by that? A good Nunu and Willump skin has to present a good character dynamic between the two of them, and this skin's recall, where Nunu hides from Willump under the bed, is an animation masterclass in how to establish such a relationship. I want a movie about these two going on adventures. They are so charming.